somebody had better say something because she's just about to stab him in the shoulder.
Hold on, I got this.
Mariana will. You got it. Okay.
It's fettered, so it's fine. Wake up.
So suddenly there is a loud intake of air. His eyes shut open, pupils are shrinked, the eyes like going wildly left, right. He's trying to figure out what's going on, and there's like a hiss of sharp hiss of pain, and then he starts cursing, and I guess they also speak High Gothic. Fuck! Ah!
I think
he gets a pretty good.
He also needs to test willpower.
Oh my god!
If Xanthus is going to do some excruciator tests, and if he fails his willpower test, he's going to suffer -10 to those opposed tests.
Willpower.
It is willpower at just flat willpower.
Okay, so flat willpower, he failed.
Cool. So he's at a -10 for all tests.
Nice.
And his first thing he sees is his own screaming face. I don't know if that has a psychological benefit, but Cadis will slowly walk around behind and quick draw her power blades, and there will be the distinctive crackling hum of power fields being switched on.
Yeah. To be honest, even though in his situation there are still some things that don't scare him, because he's Ducal Legate, he exactly knew what he was going into when he served the traitor, and that's not even counting the fact that when he started serving Chaos. So now he Inquisitor made sure that he has no corruption on him and his mind is completely free of demonic presence. But from my understanding is that if he before corruption considered Imperium evil, and you would be dark of the god corpse emperor, then that might stick with him. I'm just saying that some things might stick with him after purification, because they're things of his character, not corruption.
That's fine.
Yeah, so he's starts filthy dogs.
You know, this will go a lot faster if you just remain silent until you are told to speak. I'm not much of a man for the banter, all the filthy dogs and whatnot. It's a waste of time. Now!
Something along the lines of so fucking talk and don't waste my time and be done with it. I shall welcome.
The fun part is that you think that I'm going to kill you. There's so much more. There's so much worse I can do aside from killing you. It's just a matter of which one. But I digress. There are a few questions I have for you. And you can either answer them freely, or I can torture you. Choice.
Let's think about okay, so he doesn't have that. Yeah, I'm gonna say that corrupted or not, he still was, because Ducal Legates are probably one of the most fanatical guys, one of the highest guys in command structure of several dominates, so they are the least possible to be threatened or like desert. So like his initial response will be like more courses and saying something along the lines that he was trained for that. He's not afraid of pain.
Oh, show the man true fear and shut his infernal trap already, Xanthus.
Then
Mariana says.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I don't know if will you be making tests to like intimidate him with torture, or is he making a test to resist the torture or whatnot? Because I'm not sure.
Interrogation. Basically this is interrogation, and Xanthus will get a bonus from the Excruciator kit. I can't remember whether or not it's plus 10 or plus 20. He will get the what's a guy called guy will get negatives first of all, for failing that inflict pain test, as well as stuff that you decide he might get negative for.
I'm already saying that the legate that gets as a bonus, not a penalty, 1, because or rather like in general, battle hardened, former demon corrupted, loyal servant of Duke, traitor that expected to like whatnot. So he would like if he's getting bonuses to resist, then initially I was going along the lines of like 20 or 30, but depending on who rolls, so it would be either minus 30 before going like including all bonuses and penalties for Xanthus to get information out of him, because of his like fanatical and loyal nature. But if he needs to roll something, then I guess it would be not 30 but 10 or 0 because what?
He rolls willpower for interrogation test. Basically, Xavier will roll Xanthus's interrogation, and you will roll his willpower. And it's an opposed test, so he has to beat Xanthus's degrees of success.
Okay.
But before you do that,
or critically
Yeah. I mean, I just want to say like what kind of like. So he gets like minus 10 for failing that test. Then he would probably get minus 10 or minus 20 because you are using that kit.
No, he doesn't incur negatives from the kit. Xanthus gets benefits on his interrogation test.
Okay, so that, and then I'm gonna say that. Yeah. Okay, so now I know like what will be his target number for willpower. So right. Sorry. So now you can continue.
All right. At this point, Xanthus will say, "Well, should I use this first or that first? Oh, there's so many choices. Why not?" Xanthus will basically hold the dude's head and force him to look at him. You know, the funny thing is, I don't even really have to interrogate you much. All I have to really do is break your mind. Something that I can do nowadays. It's so funny that everyone is always such a hard ass. Always going on and on about how they've been through all of this before, when really, you have no idea. None whatsoever. Hold on one sec. And that's using a little bit of corpus conversion. So if you're watching Xanthus, you'll basically see wounds beginning to open up along his arms and blood beginning to pour down.
On his arms or the legates? On the Duke's arms?
On Xanthus's arms. That's to answer your question, Matt, that 20 is due to Xanthus is using corpus conversion. So basically, he is sort of working his psychic powers through that. So that's where the 20 came from.
Okay, just didn't know what corpus conversion is. Okay, continue.
So, to give you a little thing about what this power is that he's using, I might have actually overdone it. I hope I don't totally tear the dude's mind apart. What's 42 minus 24? 18? Yeah, that's what corpus conversion is. 42 minus 24 is like 18, right?
I was muted. Yes, it's exactly 18.
Who is this calling me right now? Hold on a sec. Hello? Hello? Wrong number. Like I thought it was. 18 divided by 4, that would be 4. So the ducal legate will need to give me a willpower test at negative 40. Yeah. A willpower test at negative 40.
Sorry, I just put my headphones back on. What he needs to do?
He needs to give me a willpower test at negative 40.
Okay, so with the bonuses that he gets, so that's...
I'll probably be needing to redo that, but let's find out.
Okay, so his target number... okay. 15. Nope.
Wow. I might actually kill him on accident, but I doubt it. What's 15 is his negative, or 15 is his number? So how many degrees of 6? So 7. So I beat him by, I believe, 5 degrees of success?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to roll 5d10, and this is how much damage he's taking to his willpower. He loses 36 willpower points.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so he would be dead if that would be more than his flatline willpower, yeah?
It drops his willpower.
Yeah, I know it drops, but for example, if by this power he rolled high enough that it would drop his willpower to 0 or below 0, then he would die, yes?
I think it's only toughness that makes you die if you go into negatives.
He wouldn't
willpower
die,
breaks the mind, makes him a mess.
Yeah, it would just break his mind into shattered pieces.
Ah, okay. Okay, fun. So, yeah, suddenly as like he obviously as you're doing, he's trying his best not to look intimidated, but as you unleash your power, there's like visible flinch on his body, then slight convulsions, and suddenly this guy, he doesn't look like a hotshot anymore.
That's better, Xanthus says, pushing his head back into the chair. Now, you're going to tell me everything I want to know, or I'm going to keep doing that until you are nothing but a broken husk. Do I make myself clear?
And there's like a small drool coming off the side of his mouth. Yes.
Now, having said that, second.
Oh, I even gonna say that. I don't think you get threshold.
My bad. That was definitely the wrong number.
Yeah. Anyways, like he. Like also I think after that power, like one of his eyes, like you see the nerves in the eyes, like some like probably popped open, so his one of his eyes is like bloodshot and like looking dazedly in some different directions. Only one of his eyes is like focused on you. So okay, so you're using that power for what, and what does it do?
That power, it just gives me a plus 10 on interrogation checks. So having done all of that, between that power and my excruciator kit, I get a plus 30 on interrogation. So now he may roll his willpower test to...
Yeah, I will just roll it just for shits and giggles. And to be fair, he also has a trait touched by fates, which I didn't use before, but in this situation. Oh, fuck. That 93 roll I rolled, that was a good point to actually consider fate pointing that. Because otherwise you'd be bitching that I don't allow you to retcon the same things. I'm gonna be honest about that and not cheat, even though I could. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, that probably will be one of his last rolls, so I'm gonna just spend that fate point to maybe see if he gets better. Well, that is better, but because you took away 36 willpower from him, that's still a failure. Because with no, like, the base flatline willpower for him now, or no, wait, not now, but like with the fact that he was technically Fanatical Warrior, was 19. With the bonuses, and the flat was 9. So yeah, you succeed. So he's like listening as a very obedient dog. So what are your questions?
I'm pretty sure we have all the questions in the world.
Well, assuming if he knows about them, because remember, like in the future, don't call me that I cheated, because he will tell things that, to the best of his knowledge, that he thinks they are true. Understand that.
Okay. So, okay, well. Fortunately, it was the Inquisitor who had like, or out of character, it was Lyra who had all of the really important questions, and I don't remember what they all were.
I know some of them.
All right. And of course, Xanthus would basically open the floor to anyone who wants to ask questions. So, just spout them off.
Mariana pulls forth the piece of map key from her person and brings it within vision of the Duke. Where did you obtain this?
Ducal legate, not a duke. That's very important.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, and then he like looks at you and says, like, slowly, deliberately, as he has like has troubles finding like words. He says that it was given to us for safekeeping by our like, you almost feel like Erko's like brother in faith, and he says a name, and let me check that what I named this guy. And then he says given to us by then Karko.
Who?
And is there any test we can do to see if that name rings a bell?
And then it's like, yeah, that's routine plus 10 intelligence. Because you are pretty sure you heard that name already.
I'm not.
Jesus, you rolls.
I got it. Who be that?
It's my rolls again. No. What?
Oh, eat
Damn.
me.
Demko got it for real.
Oh, forget it.
Jada's cat.
Yeah, actually that would be plus 10 because that's a routine test. Okay, so Ignatius like he hears Karko and then he like immediately snaps. Your memory returns to the very beginning of this mission when you talked with Maximilian Vermilion, and he said that the traitorous rock trader that attacked him was named Krieger Karko.
Oh, I have total recall, so I would remember that either way.
All right. The enemy rogue trader.
Yeah, the rogue
Yes.
trader, exactly like that.
Hmm.
Okay,
I share that, obviously.
Intriguing. Yes, I know this name. Where is
Karko.
Karko now?
And then like you see like sweats coming from his like temples because like he actually looks like he's trying to think really hard to remember if Krieger told that to him, and he told me that he knew that Inquisition would come sooner or later. He said that he has a place where he will be prepared for, and then like Daisley looks at assembled Throne agents for your arrival. And for
Where?
place Omsworld. I think it was Omsworld. He didn't give exact name, but in the Severan space, that's one of the safest planets from Imperial hands. Away from Imperial hands.
I see. New question about the Severan Dawn.